to do about what is the maritime policy, because maritime policy quite very important in Taiwan. In Taiwan we can see some very famous company. Look like, for example, Evergreen and Yangming Line, and One High Line too. And in the world, the top 2 is top 10, including the Yangming and Evergreen. But One High Line in future will become more of a potential company in the future. Yes. Okay. Information about the maritime policy is very important. Basically, maritime policy information have a 2 part, very important. Is it 2 compartment? Okay, they can divide into we so-called the shipping policy and the port policy. Okay, so how about the port policy? How about shipping policy? Yeah, shipping policy they have some 3 very important pillars, or you say component. Okay, so how about ship? Yes, very important in ship, right? So another one we say shipbuilding, 第3个 seafarer. So you can find out there if you look at the shipping policy, including the 3 compartments. First one is a ship, yeah, and ship. Of course, we have for shipping company they like to order the new ship from the shipbuilding company, right? So shipbuilding very important, okay. And also because you have ships, so you can hire some seafarer. So 1, 2, 3 quite very important component, okay. So that's why shipping policy. Most of shipping policy have related to the 3 component here. How about the mention about the port policy? How about port policy? Port policy including the ship, yeah. And also because the ship will transport the cargo. And also the ship will be anchored the port. You can see here, if you mention about the port policy, including the 3 very important parts. First one is the ship, and the cargo, and port. If you mention a maritime policy, the more important component is ship. Especially for what? We say national fleet. So what do you think of the national fleet is very important? Why? Political very important. Okay. Okay. So if you mention Thailand, Southeast Asia country, means Indonesia or Malaysia, the same. Because their economic relied on China, because China is a very big market. And sometimes they are related with USA because of buy weapon from USA. Okay, so political is very important. So for the Southeast Asia country, okay. And number 3, national defense also very important because if it happen the war, it's only national fleet we got the job to transfer the cargo from outside. Okay, so the national fleet is national defense very important. Another one is number 4 is society. If we mention about national fleet, national shipping company, they have a ship belong to Taiwanese. Okay, that means the ship is their ship represent the Taiwan land. So that means why it's very important to a national fleet, economic, political, defense, society. Yes. Of course, very important. Okay, so information about maritime policy, because this semester we're just teaching about the shipping policy only. Because if you including the port policy, it's very big. So this semester, this course only teaching how to what is the shipping policy. Okay, how to support, let's mean at. How do you support your seafarer? Because they have got a job, okay? They earn the money, they pay the tax to your country, okay? How to, the shipbuilding also very important, especially Taiwan, and because in the wars, it happened, the war between Taiwan and the China, so you have to build up the new ship, okay? How about a ship? Also important because a ship you can transport your cargo from the export or import. Okay, so our this semester the course only teaching the 1, 2, 3, and of course because they give us support, let's be at. Give your hand. Okay, give your hand. Okay, Okay, so just very briefly introduce our topics, and okay, here is our topics and introduce. And the first one, just introduce what is the maritime policy. Margin 2, the concept and category of maritime policy and the current development of ship legislation. Ship the same to your car. If you buy a new car, you go to the authority to make a legislation for your car. Okay, including get a license from your car. Okay, one is a car authority is nearby our university. Okay, that means you do the ship legislation. Yes. So how about the freight convenience? What's the freight convenience? For example, if you are ship legislation in Taiwan, so you will become the Taiwanese freight. Freight class means the ship will be fly the freight. If you fly the Taiwanese ship freight, that means represent with a national freight. Okay, so but in Taiwan, because we have a political problem, so majority of the ship will be flag of convenience. For example, for airplane, they prefer to fly the Panama. Panama flag is belong to we so-called the flag of convenience. For example, for the case of airplanes, if the airplane have 10 vessels, about 9-10 is Panama. Only 1/10 is belong to Taiwanese flag. For what? Because that airplane belongs to Taiwanese shipping company. Sometimes you have works, they can give a support to Taiwanese government to transport some cargo source to rescue cargo to Taiwan. So 1/10 the ship is there was legislation to Taiwan. Reminder 9/10 legislation in Panama. Okay, very convenient. Okay. Basically, for airplane, they fly on many flag, including UK flag, including Italia, including including Panama flag. Yeah. Reminder is legislation in Taiwanese flag for airplane. Okay, how about maritime policy? Maritime policy, how to use the government policy to support our shipping company? How to use the government policy to support to the seafarer? How to use our government policy to support the shipbuilding company? For example, in the recent, our Taiwanese shipping company have got some order to build up the submarine. Okay, submarine. And also including reminder and introduce case study about U.S. maritime policy, United Kingdom maritime policy, introduce introduction about the Japan maritime policy, introduction about Korea maritime policy, and of course introduction about the case study about the Thailand maritime policy. Vietnam maritime policy, the module 13 is introduced about the case study of China's maritime policy. Okay, here is this semester course about our city teaching materials. So if you're interested, this is the teaching materials. You can go to the NBUC, they have e-learning platform. I already upload some teaching material to this platform. Okay, just like this one. And also, if you are very interested in the teaching material, you can also go to my YouTube. Okay, it's my teaching material. You can review some overview before. Okay, so basically, in my course. Yes, in my course, well, because of our master programs, basically would like to become some group in the future, and you focus on some accreditation about some country. And next week is a formal course. Okay, today just introduce what is the maritime policy only. Okay, thank you for joining this course. Thank you. Yeah.